Hey everyone, sorry. My mic was not working, but now it is. And we're on the internet. How are you all doing? Doing pretty good. Thanks for asking. I'm drawing names today. To keep this as fair as possible, I do them first come, first serve, starting with the first comment from when I go live. I'm still trying to come up with a new solution to like keep it interactive throughout the stream, but it hasn't come to me yet. So please, if you have suggestions, I would love to hear them. I think there was some last time, but honestly, I don't remember them. Sometimes the stream ends and then my brain turns off for a little while. And then by the time it recovers, I forget to think about the things that I needed to think about. So, um, first come, first serve. There is the ability to cut the line with a super chat, $20 and above, if you are desperate to get your name drawn. A couple of quick things. You'll notice there's a poll going on, and it is for helping me decide on a new shirt. These are the two options. Apologize if you're watching this vertical. You're only seeing a little piece of the sleeve right now. But these are the two shirts that I did a little poll on Patreon, and these were the two leading ones. The good luck one was definitely leading by more of a margin. So I'm just curious to get a wider audience. There's also a solid chance I'm going to do both of them. So vote on that poll. Um, Speaking of which, those aren't in the shop yet because I'm still considering it, but we are having a sad sale. This is seasonal affective disorder, is that what it's called? Sale? Because it's getting to the point where if you live in an area with weather, it's been a lot. There's been a lot of snow here for a long time, and I'm sick of it. So we're having a sale. You can use the promo code SAD sale. Uh if you're on my email newsletter, you would already know about this, but, um, if you haven't signed up, you can find a link below. I'm not someone who sends out tons of emails. I probably do at most 2 a month, so, I put some stuff in there. So maybe you should sign up. I won't harass you. Um, what else? There you are, Ed Sandwich. I always just wanna, like Jenny Bond, you said you vote for both shirts. Love that. Um, Thanks everyone. Just a couple quick other things. Oh, I've been trying to do more Patreon exclusive content. So if that is something that's interesting to you, you can find out more below. But I just posted a video where I made a bootleg shirt just for myself for a band, one of my favorite bands that doesn't exist anymore. And the shirt that I used to have from them is long gone. From the 90s, because 'cause I'm old. Anyway, I made a bootleg version in the video. The original design, is not very good, even though I like the band, the design kinda sucked, so I did my interpretation of it, and if that's something that's interesting to you, there's a full video where I go from start to finish, making it up and turning it into a shirt for myself. I'm not making I'm not making multiple shirts for a band that doesn't exist anymore. It was just for me because I can make my own one-off things now. So, you can get down with the PS. I still can't get over that stupid joke, um, for the tier names, but we had to do it. Okay. Speaking of patrons, just quickly shout out all of my official Piascik tier patrons and channel members. You get your name drawn and included in all the videos I make while you are official. So shout out to all of you. I couldn't do without you. You're all my best friends. Thank you. I think we can go over to the iPad and I can start drawing. Um Cynthia, you said that you're older. I wonder if you really are. Sometimes because I don't dress or act my age, I maybe give off slightly younger, or maybe I look older. Who knows? Anyway, how about a new Piasecco shirt? Um I shouldn't I had them available for a little while, but they were, through a print on demand thing, and I wasn't completely satisfied with how durable they were, but now that I could do them here, maybe I will bring those back. So, thanks for that. Thanks for that suggestion. Okay, iPad, music. Let's get into it. Gabalden Art, how's it going? 13 Bellhop. This is the earliest you've been to one of my streams. The great Dandini is ancient too. The good Chad said, how did I not know there used to be a Piascik? Well, because, I didn't really talk about it that much because I was hesitant to even do it, but Matt convinced me to do it. Because I'm like, who on earth is going to want that shirt? But we'll bring it back. We're bringing back the Piascik shirt. Thank you, Dominic Dodos. Dos. I didn't. Chop Shop. Hey. Are you like OG? Like are you the Chop Shop that I did a shirt for like, I don't know, 15 years ago? Okay. Jenny, you said you listened to the Typecast interview yesterday. Very inspiring. Thanks so much. If you don't know, I was recently a guest on the Typecast podcast. Okay. What's the first name on my list? Speaking of which, if you have questions for me, put them in the chat. And even though I'm looking at my screen drawing, Matt is pulling them into a document for me so that I can look at them. The first name that I'm going to be drawing is Brother Yeti. I will try to do a good job for you, my brother in Sasquatch. Maybe because it's Yeti, we should do some hairy type for... I'm trying to find my audio levels because my mic was weird, so I want to make sure that I'm not blowing your eardrums out with my tone. Okay. Let's see. I think I want to do just like large, maybe like hairy letters for Yeti, and then we could do brother, maybe something smaller at the top. All right, so I think that we could just go with like that for the structure, and then I'll make it hairy when I do the tightened up version. Not gonna overthink it. I think that's working. Maybe we'll do some just like angular type lettering for brother to go with the hairy letters. Let's just go into it. We don't need to overthink this. We can just go right into it. We're in the zone. Okay. That's too small of a brush. Also, we need to turn the smoothing down to get this hair flow. Might need a little more smoothing. It's first thing in the morning, and I have the shaky, overly caffeinated hand. Flawlessly Shark. Where is this music from? First song. It's all from Epidemic Sound, the subscription service that I use so that I can put music in my videos without getting copyright issues. I wouldn't be able to tell you off the top of my head what it is because I don't know any of the musicians. Really? So apologies on that. And I can't just like look, because in order for this, in order for me to have it like just like playing seamlessly in the background, I haven't figured out a better solution other than just making a file with like all the songs in it. So it's just like one really long track, which is annoying because it's a pain and I don't really recognize any of the song names. So I just end up putting in ones that I hate. So like on this one particularly, even though it's an improvement from the last one, I'll be like in a few minutes going, what the hell is this song? I hate this song more than anything. Why is this on here? But in order to fix it, it's like a big problem because I have to make a whole new playlist. Not even a playlist, a whole new file. So maybe I just need to find a solution where I can just use a folder somehow. I bet it's possible. It's just these are the things that are hard for me to make time for or even care about when it's not the problem at hand. You feel me? Do you feel me? Dominic Dostos, you said, "Hey Chris, super niche question, but did you enjoy the new Converge album?" To be perfectly honest, I'm apparently out of touch, and I didn't even know about it, so I will have to check it out and get back to you. But I wouldn't be surprised if I do. Okay. Where's the gap? Where is it? There it is. Okay. I have an idea that I'm gonna try. Hopefully that's not too small. We'll see. I'm gonna try to use the multicolor swatch to make a fur brush so we can do the inside faster. So we need to just grab the big we gotta change the spacing. That. Rotate the angle. No, we don't want the size to change. Let's see. Shape dynamics. Size jitter. 0. Too small. I know it seems like we're wasting time doing this, but it's going to save us time because then I won't have to do all the fur. Don't love that. I think we don't want to... I'm not ready to give up yet. We're going to get it. I think what we need to do is not change the angle. And oh, I see. I get it. That doesn't look good. I feel like this can work. Let's try one more time. It's worth it. We're doing this as an experiment. I think it's helpful. Oh. Okay. This is the one I messed with. Oh, we're on vector accidentally. Recent. Hard round. Okay. Let's turn off the scattering. And let's change the angle to okay. Kendra Holmes, you said, do you still teach on Skillshare? I haven't done a new class in a while, but I do. I need to do, I'm planning on doing a new one soon-ish. I think the plan is to like, we got most of it in there, and now I'm just gonna add in a few more that are more, that's not the right brush. Oh, I need to change the color. We were like cruising on this one, and then I got cocky, tried to do a multicolor brush, and we lost a little bit of time. But I think it was a fun experiment. Okay, let's merge that down. Let's delete that. Delete that. And let's Marky Roberts, you said you enjoyed PDUSA, the yips from your Finding 2025 music video. Oh, cool. Thanks so much. Did you see the second iteration of that video? Because I did 10 more, but YouTube thinks that they shouldn't show it to anyone because it is my worst performing video of the past year. And it's probably the one I worked the hardest on. So thanks, YouTube. When I look at the stats, it's like, your subscribers are not interested in this video. And I'm like, thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks for telling me that they hate my video. Okay, let's turn that up. Let's merge that down. Let's get rid of that. All right, let's just there's a couple little things that we just, like this line right here is too matchy. So we just need to make it look a little bit, that's the one spot that was a problem. All right, brother Yeti. This was an experiment and a fun little warm-up. I hope you like it. Next up on the list is Hakim Diallo. Okay. What are we gonna do? We're gonna do something that is the opposite. I don't know what that means. I don't know. Let's just experiment and see if we get anywhere. No, don't want that. Might be something interesting there. Let's see. Mike Holick 1000, you said aside from the Piascik tea, I also liked the support your local graphic. Oh, it was support your local artist is what the thing was, but that one is will be coming back soon. Thank you though. All right, we're mostly there. There's a couple little issues. So the K coming down into the L, I like, but it's causing a weird thing with the A. So let's see how we can address that. I think maybe just like a more direct angle like that. Do like the K sort of dotting that I. It's I'm always super rough when I'm figuring this stuff out. I think it's important. I always mention that, like, your sketches should look bad so that you're not focusing on the wrong thing. Like, I'm trying to figure out the composition and stuff. I'm not trying to draw these letters good yet. I think maybe we're forcing things, having that A connect to the K. So I think we could still potentially have the H in the A. Yeah, I think we're pretty much there. Diallo. Okay. I think I'm gonna do this one in vector so I can use some vector trimming. Dun dun dun. Charlie Bizzo, you said you're currently sitting in a lobby, one earbud in, waiting for a job interview that was supposed to start 50 minutes ago. Ugh, that's the worst. Well, good luck in your interview. I hope it goes well. I also hope that you will continue to listen while you are in the interview. I'm just kidding. I don't want you to do that. But if you want, you can do that, and then you could like put hard questions or what the questions you ask, you can put them in the chat, and then we'll coach you through it. Sounds like a plan, right? Tawheed Noor, you said, you found my channel recently, loved your tutorial videos on Fresco. Is there any videos where you share tips for selling your teas or designs? It's possible. There's a whole playlist. I think it's called like Illustration Business. And there might be something in that playlist about that kind of thing. It's definitely a tricky thing. To be honest, I've had some sort of like web shop for as long as I've been like posting work on the internet, and that's an incredible amount of time. Since the early days of my daily drawing project, which lasted like 14 years. So, you know, I've probably had a web shop of some degree for 20 years, and my sales were always slow. Like, they were just hit or miss. I never really promoted it. My sales didn't actually start becoming like a regular part of my income and like more of a focal point until my YouTube channel, because the audience that I found on YouTube is just the best. You are all the most supportive people ever, and I love you so very much. It could be that like part of it is me actually mentioning their stuff. Like before, I feel like I was just like put it in my shop and then see if anything happened. But then like if nobody knows it's there, and you know, just posting it on Instagram or something is, I feel like it's just not the best way to promote something, because people are just, you know, like, oh cool, I like it, and then they scroll past it. No one's like leaving to go and buy something for the most part. So I don't know, it's tricky. Sean Thompson Art, she said, good day everyone, how are you feeling, Chris? You've got to say I'm a little jealous that you're keeping that Mercy Devils all yourself. Looked awesome. Thank you so much, I appreciate that. I just, you know, it would be weird if I was selling band merch. It's also probably illegal. I'd have to like put Murder Town deviled eggs or something. I'd say what she said. Yeah, we're the best. It's true. You are. Don't you ever forget it. Don't you ever tell anyone else. Most of you are the best. There's also this amazing thing about YouTube where it's just like the meanest, rudest comments ever, every now and then. So it's like the combination of the best and worst at the same time. Okay, so there's just a... This connection is just a little too thin for the rest of it. Like nothing else was that thin. And then this has just got a little lump. Fix that up a little bit. And then this just needs to clean up a little bit. All right, Hakim, I hope you like it. Thank you so much for, I don't know, being here. Next up is Amed. A last name I'm absolutely gonna have a hard time with. Nope. Every vowel. A-E, well, except for the E. A-O-U-I. Holy moly. Okay. Let's do something with block letters to help me to not mess this up. Oh, maybe we'll do some, let me turn on symmetry. Let's see if we can do something with that shape. Okay, so usually I'll just put the letters in there to figure out the spacing. Man, nailed it. Now we will break it up into blocks. Okay. I really should be doing the first name at the same time, but I'm not gonna do it. You can't stop me. All right, instead of just going straight into like carving out of the letters, I'm gonna like sketch to see, just get a rough idea for how we could stylize it. Guess it could be pretty straightforward. Then what would we ever do? Now that we did this, we can sketch something for Amed. Need to move that out of my way. Or Amed. I don't know why I said Amed. Use symmetry again for like a little guide. I think this could be kind of cool. Got a little messy and confusing, but we're gonna make it. Jenny Bond, you said, do you find yourself using Premiere or After Effects more? The question popped into my brain yesterday. I can't remember. I don't use either of them. The After Effects confuses the heck out of me, and Premiere is so slow. Even with like my just like fully loaded stacked MacBook Pro with like 48 gigs of RAM. It's just after Premiere needs to be just stripped down to the frame and gutted and rebuilt from scratch for it to be a usable application. Like, it literally will take 5 times as long for me to export a video from Premiere as it does in Final Cut or DaVinci Resolve, which I used Final Cut for a while, but then I switched to DaVinci Resolve, and that's what I've been using for a long time. Okay, this is my structure. Then we're gonna make something from this. Adam9320, you said, do you recommend paper feel screen protector for my iPad? Want to start drawing, love the content. I think that any matte screen protector is pretty good. Paper feel feels good. It compromises the screen quality a little bit, but if you're mostly drawing on your iPad, I don't find it to be a problem. The generic ones and like paper feel definitely chew through pencil tips quite a bit, so that is something to consider. Although it's pricier, and if you've watched older videos of mine, I used to say that Paperlike was overrated and not worth it, but the version 3, I feel like they've actually nailed it. It compromises the screen quality the least, and it doesn't chew through pencil tips as much. It's a little bit more subtle, but I feel like it's the right compromise. It doesn't seem to hurt pencil tips hardly any more than the regular nanotexture screen. I would also say feel free to take that with a grain of salt, because they were they sponsored my last video. So, but I'm being honest. For example, I just yesterday was reached out to by Bellamond to do a sponsored video, and I'm not doing that one because I don't really like their screen protectors are fine, but it doesn't feel right to me to make a video saying that the Paperlike is the best one and then have the Bellamont one where I say that one is great. So, you know, that's my answer. 84 Productions, you said, how do we defeat the thin line between line work and fill? If you're using a pixel brush like I am right now, you just, when you're filling in, there's this color margin, and then you just pull that up all the way. If you are using vector and it's happening, I have two answers. One is it's is sometimes just a preview thing, and when you actually zoom in and look at the artwork or export it, it's not there. But there are sometimes when it does happen, and there's not much you can do easily. Well, there's stuff you can do, but what I'm saying is there's no adjustment settings for vector because vector doesn't work that way. What the pixel-based brushes can do is like go beyond the line, but vector is math and walls and things, and it can't. So what I do when that's the situation is I duplicate the layer and fill it on the layer below, and then you can that usually solves the problem, or you could make it just like slightly bigger. It's not ideal, but it works. The great Dandini, you said at 58, you're going from traditional art to digital and learning so much since I found your channel, especially as the most stuff on YouTube seems to be on Procreate, not Fresco. Your vector brushes are A1. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Cool, Ahmed. Hope you like it. Next up on the list is Azalea. Yeah, I think I said that right. Azalea. What are we gonna do? We got Z's are tricky. That's a little weird, but there's a couple things there that may be interesting, worth exploring. I think maybe this. Still a little weird, but I'm not ready to. I think something can happen with this. So maybe like this angle comes up a little bit more. Hmm. I kind of want to make this like uppercase A situation work for some reason. I feel like it could be fun. We can do it, can't we? Maybe we need to get more what's the word I'm thinking of? Like switch it up even more by having like this uppercase L situation, so we're like not just mixing the A at the end. I think if we finesse this a little bit, I think it's gonna happen. I just need to add some line weight, I think, to help with the letters not getting lost. Like this Z, I think just needs a little structure in the middle. We're getting a little wild over here. I think I'm going to commit to it. It's a little crazy. Sometimes we can get a little crazy. Sean Thompson Arch, he said, since I've been seeing it all over Instagram, have you ever tried using the Torbox control? Yeah, I have a video about it, actually. I was, I think they actually used my video in like a commercial. They were using it at like one of the Comic Cons they had like on the display. A friend sent me the video of it. Well, Yeah, I think it's great. I ended up using it more, not in with the iPad, but more in like using it in video editing. I found it to be really helpful when doing that kind of thing. It's cool how much you can customize. The only thing that makes me not use it that much is, although you can do some useful stuff in Fresco, you can't fully customize keys in Fresco. So there's some stuff that would make me use it more if it worked. And then the other stuff is like, although it helps a little bit, it's already pretty easy because like Fresco was designed from the ground up for the iPad, so it's already pretty intuitive in like how gestures and stuff work. But like with desktop apps, man, it is super handy. I also think it's better in Procreate because there's more you can customize. And for me, I feel like some stuff is a little, because like the Procreate interface is more streamlined, some stuff is like hidden. Like there's some stuff that it just takes me longer to get to in Procreate. So in that regard, there's some stuff that you could do to speed up your process. I just don't find it as necessary or as useful in Fresco, which is where I spend most of my time. Groupie Steve, you said, how would you letter something like locked in when the compositions are so bad to balance with? You could play with scale or like how they interact with each other, or like maybe like baselines so that they are like maybe locked is like up at a tapering angle and it is the other way, so it could be bigger. I don't know. Lots of different solutions. You could use shape, like knock the shorter word out of a shape or something, so it can be bigger. just doing this to balance the weight on the left side. Cool. Hope you like it, Azalea. Next up is Evan. What a short little name. What are we gonna do with that? Oh, so glad to hear, Cynthia. I don't know. I'm just playing. We'll see. Don't love that. I feel like there's so little to work with here. Sometimes that's trickier. And sometimes, I mean, every time it's trickier. Not every time, most times. Okay. Haven't done a good chonker in a while. Kind of want to do it because I like the way this V and A combine and how it like kind of lines up with that line. This is one of those songs that I hate. Okay, so I want to lean into this angle. I'm not gonna, like, it's not gonna be visible the whole time, but I want to draw it with that angle in place. And it like continues all the way there. Look at that. That's cool. How can we tighten this up without losing that shape? It's like one of those times where I'm just like forcing myself to like work within this thing for this concept that maybe not noticeable to most people. This song. Woo, I hate this song. How did this even get? Like, how did this even get downloaded? That's like the question. Like, I must have clicked on the wrong one. Because this reminds me of like a medication commercial where it's just like going on and on while they're like reading the side effects. I also love that it transitions into this moody song. I kind of just want to see something for my own personal benefit. I want to know if this line thing continues. I guess the problem is, where does it even start? I was just thinking as like an additional little graphic thing below it, but this doesn't make any, there's no reason for it. Just like that it exists. Okay. I'm gonna be linking that, man. Jackal. That's fun. That just has to look badass. They're just timing me on this one because I'm freaking speed demon over here. Oh, I forgot to put a little thing in here. I have some 2 new prints in the shop too. And you could use that sad sale promo on those as well. Pretty neat. Those are in the shop. The top one's 11 by 17. The one below that is 11 by 14. They're signed and printed by yours truly. That's not it. It's this one. Whoops. Erase. Delete. And then just one quick little boop, 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 boop. Jackal. Hope you like it. Next up is Nazrin Norden. Should have taken longer on Jackal, so wasn't doing another one because it's a tricky one. Maybe it won't be tricky. Feels tricky. I feel like I always start doing some wiggly, sharp letters like this when I get, you know what I think is drawing me to it? It's like the angles from the NA and the Z. They both end and start in N. That's interesting. All right. Now we just take this start and figure out where the problem is. Ed Sandwich, you said, what is that hat? I've seen it on your head a couple times now, and I just love the color. Thanks. This hat is by my pal Tallboy. He's a artist and tattoo artist in Massachusetts. Okay. It's just got a little bit of a weird shape to it, so I'm just going to use the warp tool to push it around a tiny bit. There we go. Definitely going to use vector for this because I want to have some of these like lines look like they flow into each other without touching, so I can draw it as a continuous line and then cut out what I don't want, like this right here. Like I don't want those connected, but I want that overall shape. Same on that side. And this will help me maintain that sort of consistent shape. Devil Sign, you said, hey man, don't know if you'll see this message, but you interned at Alphabet Arm a few years before you joined. I see so much Alphabet Arm work in the best possible way. Cool. A few years before me, man. That's old school because I was there for a while. I also feel like I was there for so long that sort of my style definitely was prevalent in some of the later stuff in there because that was my doing. But wow, small world. I was actually in charge of the intern program when I was there. It kind of went away for a while, and then I brought it back, and that's how I met my good pal Josh Lafayette, who's been on this channel in a few videos. Getting a little confused on some of these lines. I will have to do some trimming so we can see what the heck is going on. But I can't stop myself from just winging it. Alright, this is wild. We got a weed whack. I can't even tell what's going on. But by doing this, I get that long continuous line, which flows in. 84 Productions, you said pixel drawings can be turned into vector, right? Like an image trace type situation. Yeah, you know, you have to have a pretty high resolution pixel thing for it to look good. Some are better than others, but yeah, absolutely. In my vector texture pack, all those textures start as pixel because they're scans of analog work, and I convert them to vector in Capture, and that's what makes the shapes library. I find the one in Illustrator is not the best. I mean, some people have okay results with it. There used to be a really great app a long time ago that doesn't exist anymore called like Coco Potrace, which I thought was really good. But yeah. Devil's Nine said, yeah, he had 0 employees, 1 enter. Oh, wow, that's super old school. So that was even before Ryan? Insanity. I think it was just 4 of us for quite a while. I guess maybe it stayed that way. All right, let's fill these in so I can see what we're dealing with. Then we can fine tune. Wrong layer. All right, Nazrin, hope you like it. And right at 12 o'clock, that's going to do it for me. Thank you all for tuning in. Don't forget to use the promo code SADSALE to get a discount on your order in my shop. If you forget it, it's on the, when you go to the website, there's a banner at the top. This has been fun. You're all the best. Cool. Bye, everyone. My best friend.